You're listening to Voss and Bonnie's My Wife Hates Me on the Riotcast Network. Riotcast.com.
She really hates him, it's really true. Why did she marry this jackass Jew? Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Testing 3 4 5.
Okay.
Testing 4 5 6. Testing 7 8 9.
Welcome to My Wife Hates Me podcast.
It should be said that it's also My Husband Hates Me podcast. I don't want to feel like I'm taking all the hate.
I don't hate you at all.
You do.
I don't hate you. You bother me sometimes, but I love you. You get on my nerves. You know, you're crazy. You know, but
last night I asked you how I was crazy. You couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah, because you're crazy. You can't. All you got to do is say, "Well, you're crazy," and that's
enough.
That's enough.
Why? Stop. Why do you do it?
What?
Why do you start the podcast and then put a fresh piece of gum in?
Because I forgot to do it before.
You do it every time, and then you go into the mic.
Watch. I'm off mic. Here, let me put this in the garbage. Right next to you. Go ahead, talk.
I can't. There's nothing. There's no comedy in me. It's done.
I was up last night. I couldn't sleep. I'm having anxiety. I'm tossing and turning. It's so crazy that I can't fucking catch this goddamn gopher.
That's what's on your mind?
No.
That was the joke?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's not a joke. I was up last night and I'm reading all the stuff that's going on, you know.
I read it before I go to bed. I read it when I wake up. It's it endless.
Such anxiety, thinking, what the fuck? The world's coming to an end. I mean, in 67, during the riots in 67, I was a kid.
In 67?
1967. I was 10 years old.
What?
And there was riots in Newark, Chicago, my town, Plainfield. I don't know where else, but they were. I don't even know if it was Chicago. I know Newark, maybe Detroit, maybe LA. I don't know, but there were riots in my town. And I remember the next day, my grandfather driving me through where the riots were, and it was first of all I'm going, why is he doing this? Because he was so racist. He's going, see what they did, and this is in 67. When things were really bad. Huh?
What were you thinking?
Get me the fuck out of here. I was.
But were you thinking your grandpa was right?
No. I don't remember what I was thinking at 10, but probably not, because my grandfather wasn't as racist as my grandmother. And I think my father wasn't as racist as... I don't know if my mother was.
Is your dad racist? He doesn't seem like he is.
He's a full-blown liberal.
Yeah, they can be racist, as we've seen from the woman in Central Park.
From what? Well, you don't know she was a liberal. The one in Central Park. How do you know?
Because I read some articles about her. People found out everything about her.
Oh. Well, anyhow.
I think she's mentally, honestly, unstable.
Yeah, some people aren't all together. I'm not sticking up for her, but she could have just been nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean.
That birder was a good guy, though, because he forgave her.
Who, the bird watcher?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you call him, a birder?
A birder.
Oh. He forgave her. Yeah, it's hard to, I hold on to resentments and anger of, forgiving people, not forgiving them. And the second you forgive them, you let it go and it moves on. Or else they live in your head rent-free and you hold resentment and anger.
Like that lawyer?
Yeah, the lawyer. Oh, again, he was supposed to call me this morning. Again.
Why? Did you talk to him yesterday?
No, there's his secretary or phone answerer.
Okay, so yesterday we're driving to Lowe's, to Home Depot.
We didn't finish talking about what's going on.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So, and the riots, and
there's just protests here. There's no rioting going on, as far as I know.
Are you crazy? What do you think that is?
In Hillsborough?
Oh, not in Hillsborough. In the world. I thought you said.
No.
No, there was protests. Here, there was protests. People standing around with signs and stuff.
Peaceful.
This isn't really a riot type area.
Right.
You know, what strip mall? What are you going to break into a hair salon or, you know what I mean? 7-Eleven. There's really not much in this town.
I can't believe the people that are, like there was like a news story where it's like, look at all these great Americans like protecting Target. It's like, why would you protect Target? It's so crazy to me that you would protect these big companies. It's like that are bad to their workers. And
well, I think Target's not as bad as other companies.
No, I agree.
I'm not
talking about Target specifically. I'm not targeting Target, but
whoa.
Yeah, bish. But
she said that before, I guarantee. Go ahead.
No, I never did.
Oh.
But I wouldn't use any of my energies or risk any like bodily harm to protect a huge company.
No, but
That's crazy.
Maybe they're just making a point to get don't mess with our neighborhood or.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not, I want to protect my house. That's it. My family. And, even then I come first. I saw a guy during a looting at Target run out with a mannequin. He said, fuck it. I am not leaving this store empty handed. I'm sick of sitting at home alone. He ran out with a mannequin. I was talking to Colin. He saw the video too. This pandemic, yes, you get lonely, but look, he ran out and he should have brought a soccer ball so the mannequin had a brother. Do you get that?
No.
You don't get it?
No. Did Colin get it?
No, I didn't use that before. I just made it up.
What, is it like the Wilson thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
You got it. See,
I mean, I guess
a lot of my material you have to think about. That's why, because, I'm clever.
It was dumb. A brother?
Yeah. The mannequin was a female, and the soccer ball would be a male.
Okay.
Do you get it now?
I mean, I guess. Sure.
Getting lonely,
Getting lonely during the pandemic.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Holy shit! They are really tearing up. Tearing up Philly, New York.
Well, I guess when you try peaceful protests and they get mad at you for kneeling, it's like, well, there's not much left to make your voice heard.
I don't understand. And maybe I don't know if I would have, I probably wouldn't have. But when that cop was kneeling on the guy's throat, how somebody didn't just run and push him off.
Why didn't they? I guess because you could get shot. Like you could get killed.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
If they're willing to
police officer. I don't know.
A peace officer.
A police officer.
Oh, I thought you said a peace officer.
No, if you ran and just tackled him off the guy's neck, that nobody did would. I guess you'd be so scared. Or you're thinking maybe this cop's gonna stop.
I think you're thinking there's no possible way they're going to kill him. There's people watching. There's video going. It's amazing to me what the cops are willing to do on camera now. It's just like brazen.
Oh, I saw videos of that.
Oh, did you see them like hitting the cameraman and stuff?
I didn't see that one. I just see
a
compilation of just cops
driving over people, and it's like when you're like, hey, we're rioting because of police brutality, and then they use enormous amount of police brutality. I guess I don't know, because then it's like, well, how are you gonna like control the
masses?
But they were doing it to peaceful. I saw peaceful protesters where they're just all kneeling, and the cops came over and grabbed one of them. And
look at Kent State. They went in and shot students and killed students. I remember going to school the next day. All the
we learned about it in Canada.
All the headlines in the paper were Kent State you know, the National
What year
Guard.
was that? 69?
I was in 7th, 8th, or 9th grade because I was going to junior high school. So one of those 3 years.
So 70-something, but we learned about it.
Yeah,
I don't remember what class or something.
I don't even remember. I mean, it was so long
remember
ago. They were protesting.
This was in
the Vietnam War. Was it the Vietnam War?
I think so.
Probably, yeah. I think they were protesting the Vietnam War. I don't think, yeah.
I remember thinking, this is
and National
past history. We're different now, but are we?
It's now that Trump is deploying military, and it's. I just. When does this come to an end? When the next incident, does it get worse? And I'm. It's not. What gets me, I can't. White people, black people, Spanish people, they're all looting or rioting together. It's not like white and black. Maybe you know what I mean.
Because there's like a lot of people who aren't black that are standing with our brothers and sisters.
But that's different. Protesting, the rioting.
Well, that's just people getting stuff.
Well, it's anger. Some of them are just, I don't know. And then
it's like anger boils over. Yeah.
This fucking
But if you're white, you shouldn't be looting.
This clown wants to do a photo op with a Bible, and he's tear gassing people out of the way. Did you see that?
Yeah, insane.
What the fuck is he? He's got to be mentally.
No, that's a what do you call it? Like when you're a despot, you're a leader that.
What did somebody write? Every time Trump holds a Bible, an angel coughs up blood.
Oh.
It's
I mean, his
crazy.
ratings fell, but it's still amazing to me that he has like 46% approval rating or something. It's like, how?
I read people. There's people on Facebook that love him and stand behind everything this fucking guy does. And you're thinking, look, let's say politically, let's even say financially or economically, he's doing the right thing. I don't know. I don't follow all that. But morally, he's
Corrupt.
bankrupt. He's bankrupt. I mean, from the beginning, when he went after the handicapped guy, the disabled guy, he made fun.
I know.
This is a guy.
When that happened, I was like, well, that's it for him. And it's just like nothing sways the people that like him. Not one thing. It's like, it's almost like that bolsters them, or they're like, yeah, I don't know. It's so weird that he would, that he's done all the things and been the person that he is, and people are still like, yep, that's the guy we want at the top.
I don't get it. He goes after reporters, everything. Well, people on.
I mean, it's all going. It's like freedom of speech is leaving us. It's like there's like curfews. It's like, where are we?
Yeah, but those curfews aren't gonna. You can't arrest 1,000 people. It's impossible.
No, I know, but you could arrest a few people, then randomly, and then other people get scared. They're going to get arrested and go home.
I guess, and people are going from one state to another to loot or riot or demonstrate.
Well, that's the other
protest.
thing is that the rioters, a lot of them are not pro Black Lives Matter. They're, racists and stuff, trying to stir up trouble and make the other side look bad.
Oh yeah, I haven't read anything, or I don't know enough about this Antifa.
There's people pretending to be Antifa and inciting violence.
Isn't Antifa?
Well, they want change at all costs, or at any cost, or whatever. So they believe in violence. Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But they're left.
They're anti-fascists.
They're not right wing. They're left wing, right?
Well, they're really left wing.
Oh. But how are they declared a terrorist organization, and yet the Klan or white supremacists aren't declared a terrorist organization?
Because the Klan is holding down the status quo, And Antifa is asking for change. And when you want change, that's when
What?
people...
What are you kidding me? The
status
supremacists
quo.
want to change.
Well, but the status quo is to keep the people who've been kept down, to keep them down. If you want something different, then that's a harder ask.
Well,
keep in mind, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Please keep that in mind.
But how come Trump goes after Antifa, but he doesn't go after
because one is
supremacists that are out there looting?
You know the answer to that?
What? Oh, because he's...
Yes, he likes the it all feeds into itself when, you know.
Oh boy, whenever I do anything or talk anti-Trump or any type of,
you get
liberal people like, oh, your wife brainwashed you. No, I'm just a moderate, sensible person. I'm sensible. I grew up amongst major diversity, you know, and I even throughout my career, I performed through major diversity. That's how I was growing up.
Do people really say that?
What?
That I brainwashed you?
People say that on Twitter all the time. Oh, you're listening to your left-wing Canadian wife, or, you know, is that Bonnie talking? Or whenever I write anything anti-Trump or...
Sometimes I just put on Twitter like anti-Trump stuff just to bring them out, and then I block. Because I just want to get rid of them off my timeline. I just don't want them there anymore. If you're like a person who can't handle, you know, I hate being like equality for all, but I'm not even crazy about it. I'm not insane, you know? If you see fucking like stuff like the George Floyd and you don't have a response like, oh my God, like, well, this is insane, this has got to stop, then I don't know what the fuck.
I think 9 out of 10 people were outraged about that.
I put it on my Instagram and there were people that definitely wrote stuff like, oh, why don't you try obeying the law, or
oh, shut up.
You know, it was like, didn't you see his thing was that he tried to pass off, I guess, or maybe he didn't even know that he had it, a forged, no, not a, what do you call it?
Counterfeit.
A counterfeit $20
I had
bill.
one of those.
Yes.
I didn't know it was a counterfeit.
Yeah. So what happened to you when you had your counterfeit $20
I
bill?
gave it at 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
I bought something, probably lottery tickets, I don't know. And I went back the next day, and they even showed me on camera, me handing it to them, and they gave it back to me. I go, get out of here. And it looked so real. So I owed Bobby Kelly money, and I gave it to him.
But then you chose...
What?
To tell him.
Well,
because I said that he could get in a lot of trouble for that. He could get arrested. Why would you do that to a friend? And
I was joking. I
know, but you didn't think it through. But
anyhow, I had a $20 bill that I. But
anyway, nothing happened to you.
I know where it came. Well, because they took it at 7-Eleven, and then when I went back to 7-Eleven, they gave it back to me. I said, "Oh," I go, "Get out of here." It looked as real as anything I've ever.
I'm just saying, is that white privilege that that you were not? They didn't call the cops on you. They didn't throw you down in the street.
Well, no, I guess, but they know me there. I'm there every day.
But so they know this guy too. Apparently, he worked. He lived in the neighborhood. He worked across the street. That cop knew him. They worked at the same place for many years. They were both security guards at the same place for many years.
Oh.
Or bouncers.
Well, I'm not.
They knew each other.
Yes.
He killed a guy he knew. Is that insane?
His face, he's the straw that broke the camel's back while all this shit's going on.
Right, because I mean, the thing is that, let's say,
and so was that lady in Central Park. That didn't help.
The 10 years ago or so, I don't know how long it started, where people started video, like, you know, these things happening. I swear to God, I did not know that was happening. Like, if somebody told me that, I probably would have been like, I don't know if that doesn't seem possible or true or whatever. And then the more you started seeing it, you're just like, oh my God, I had no idea that was going on. And I said to my friend Marina, I go, are you scared when the cops pull you over? She goes, I do everything right. I don't fuck around. And I'm like, I yell at them. I don't care. Like, I don't have any, I have anxiety because I'm going to get a ticket, but I don't have fear that I'm going to be dragged out of my car and you know, that I could be shot.
When we were young,
And I'm just saying, like, if it hadn't been for these videos, we'd still be in the dark about it because it doesn't happen to us.
I don't know where I grew up. When I grew up, we were young hippies with long hair. I mean, if I was a cop and saw me, I would pull me over, which we got pulled over all the time. I mean, we
You
had
look like you
hair.
had drugs, right?
We definitely. I mean, the cars were a mess. And I was never scared. I was just like, oh well, I'm getting pulled over again, you know. But we weren't troublemakers. We were just little druggies, hippies, or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I have no answers to anything. I know that this cop only gets charged with third degree murder. And last night I turned on CNN in my car and I didn't hear it, but the prosecutor who's going to prosecute this case went on, and I wish I could have stayed in the car to listen to it.
Why didn't you?
I had to get home. I had shit to do last night. I should go online to listen, but I think they're bringing in a special prosecutor. I'm pretty sure. And I think all the cops should face, maybe the one cop who was kneeling face a little more than the other three, but all of them murder. I don't know the legal system. My lawyer doesn't call me back, but
the fact that they do
third degree
knowing
murder, that's first degree. Why
it's
would
so
it be
weird,
third?
like how brazen it is, though. It's like they can't stop because they know that people are getting their phones out and filming them, and they still don't stop. It's so crazy to me.
Well, because I don't know.
It's got to be such a in a culture that's so deep, And listen, I get that it's hard to be a cop. It must be incredibly difficult to be a cop and scary and all that, but you still can't let people go around killing people.
It's crazy.
You can understand, though, why black people are mad.
Of course.
Especially like Colin Kaepernick. It's like he tried to bring awareness to it, and everyone was just like, like Pence was like, he wouldn't go to he left the game or something, didn't he?
I don't know.
He publicly denounced like people who kneel and at games and stuff. It's like, well, we tried the fucking peaceful protest route.
I think they were pissed that they were kneeling during the national anthem, or
yeah, but it's like, would you rather us kneel during the national anthem to bring awareness to this problem, or do you want it to get so bad that we're now looting fucking Apple and Target stores?
What's just crazy is that he got released from the NFL over.
Yeah.
Over.
Because he was political.
Because he was political. You can't,
I don't know anything about sports, so I don't even know if he was.
Well,
I don't know if he was a
money.
good player or not.
If the team thinks they're going to lose money because of a player or whatever, it's just same with a company.
I've been watching The Last Dance. It's good. You should watch it. I don't know anything about basketball, and I'm like fascinated by it.
I don't know. Yeah, and you feel guilty doing, like, the cities are in flames and you're thinking, oh, well, should I, not today, but, how do I go on living? Do I post stuff on Instagram? What? I'm a comedian. Do I ever say a joke?
This is the problem.
Do I ever say a joke again?
Well, that's people on Twitter and Instagram. They're like, "I see you. If you're not speaking out, you're part of the problem." It's like, am I supposed to be tweeting what everyone's already tweeted 1,000 times? Like, maybe we should some people should just be quiet for a while. Like, I don't know. Like, let the people who have a voice speak or have something to say.
Well,
like,
we
what
have
do
a
I
voice.
have? I mean, what do I have to say? I'm going to say, justice for all. Like, oh, okay, good thing you spoke up and said that. you know, I don't know. It's like
I got these right-wing people on Facebook that are comedians, and I just argue, like one of them.
Get rid of them.
One of them the other night. Well, this guy's not a comedian. This guy used to book rooms, and he was saying, "I can't wait to see George Soros." Is that his name? So
Yeah.
In jail, in prison, and I wrote in a cell next to Trump, right?
Right.
And he writes, "That will never happen."
Right.
I go, "Well, since you can predict the future, can you please give me 6 numbers for Lotto tomorrow?" Give me 6 numbers. So if those numbers come out, I'll be pretty happy.
Well, listen though,
But
what is there like what the Trump people that you interact with? What are they saying now that they're for Trump? Like
They're saying that, hey, what do you mean that I interact? Oh, the what I see on Facebook?
Yes, I don't mean
They
that.
go, yeah, when we're at a cocktail party. No, when they say, look, I believe in protest, but burning down your city in your own neighborhoods, they're always saying in your neighborhoods or, you're doing this to yourself. It's just another word. It's almost, it's underlying racial profiling going, oh, burning down your own neighborhoods. Are you that stupid? That's what they're saying.
Well, because it is scary. It's scary to see fucking people like looting and burning shit down and stuff like that. But I feel like it's nobody was listening before, and
people were listening. They just weren't doing anything about it.
They just weren't doing anything about it.
People know throughout.
Right. Of course
years,
they know.
There's so many incidents ever since Trayvon Martin. I mean, even before that, but Bumpers, what's her name in New York? This is 15 years ago, whatever. Eleanor Bumpers, I think her name was. They killed her. They look, and these are unarmed. Whatever.
No, I know it's clearly a problem.
You see the one on.
Well, it's like the media even started calling the people that are like protecting the targets with their guns and stuff. They're calling them the protesters, and they're calling the protesters the looters. And it's like it's not. That's wrong. That's mischaracterization.
How about what Yamanika said about the white lady and the reporter? That's so
the reporter was like, a white lady was like taking all these clothes out of a store, and the reporter was like, I think she works there. I'm hoping she works there.
Hoping she works there. And what did Yamanika say?
And Yamanika was like, they'll twist themselves in knots to like not implicate a white person, something like that. Yamanika's pretty funny.
They'll twist themselves in knots.
I'm thinking she's just marking things down for tomorrow.
A lady's running out of Target with, what's a Target?
I don't know what store it was.
With tons of clothing in her hand. Outside.
Bags of clothing.
Running outside, and the reporter.
No, she was just leisurely walking through the store, picking stuff up and shoving it into bags.
I thought it was her coming out the door. I thought it was her outside.
She might have been coming outside, but she was just like leisurely walking. She wasn't like...
even in the store.
Right.
I hope she works here.
Okay, so looks like she's just waiting till 6 o'clock until she has to lock up.
Apple, all the people...
Taking those clothes home so they don't get sullied by the looters.
Well, Apple, all their... demos on display are locked. You can't use it. All these people got these fucking brand new iPhones and laptops they can't use.
It says the police will come for them. It's like, I doubt it.
Hey, we know.
The police are tracking it now. Probably not.
No. Yeah. In the middle of a crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's one of those phones.
Excuse me, somebody here has an illegal iPhone. Let me get my riot gear off so I can take a look.
Do you see the wheelchair lady getting punched in the head? And
she was stabbing people. Yeah. Like, why is she protecting Target? That's crazy.
How are you in a... Someone said she could walk too, but...
Oh, I'm sure it's like...
She's in a wheelchair. Why are you stabbing people in a wheelchair? You're not
going anywhere. You're a sitting duck, literally. Yeah. But why? I don't get why you would. Why?
What if you stab her
would
back?
you?
What
I
if
don't
you stab her back in the leg? She goes, I can't feel that.
listen. These big companies, they
don't give a fuck about you.
They don't care about you, and it won't matter in the big scheme of things. They're still going to be fucking billionaires.
You don't think those stores are insured?
They throw away more shit every year than you could loot. You know, they probably put into landfills and shit more stuff than you could ever take from their stores.
What if you see a video online of police kicking down the door and the guy having dinner with the mannequin?
He's trying to use his iPhone. Oh, damn.
And he put your hands up. Well, I don't see any future of us doing comedy ever again.
I know. Every time I get a glimpse of hope, it's like very dashed. Then I read an article every day. It's like the locusts are fucking out of control in India now. There's there's more cases of Ebola.
Ebola?
Yeah.
That's back?
That's back. New cases. They think every time they think they're done with that, they're like, we got 5 new cases. I read another thing that it's like this pandemic is just the tip of the iceberg. And then I went ahead and I read, because I've never read the Bible. And I did try to start reading a study Bible once where everything Jesus said is in red. And so I was just basically reading what Jesus said, and what a fucking dick that guy is.
Well, you can't say that. People.
Why? You're allowed to have opinions still, I think. It won't come back on the people listening, only on me if they believe that. So.
Well, you can't call Jesus a dick. You could disagree with what.
He's behind me, isn't he?
You could disagree with him.
No, he sounds like a total fucking arrogant asshole a lot of the time.
I
understand he was feeding the poor and stuff, but he was always like, worship me.
Look how he had great shape. He was good looking. Come on. If he was a Viking, he would have been knocking out girls right and left.
Told everybody Mary Magdalene was a fucking prostitute and she was a teacher. God, what a dick.
I don't know those stories.
Okay,
it's not my religion.
Anyway, I'm making up a lot of it because I don't know anything. But
I don't know.
Anyway,
anything.
I was like, what's the the plagues and stuff that are supposed to, what is the Bible, the prophecies of the Bible? It's like everything. It's like it's probably coronavirus is in the Bible. Hashtag coronavirus is like it's
fire.
It's like weird weather patterns, earthquakes.
What is it? Hold on. Oh, where am I?
Locusts.
Oh, I'm wearing
floods. The floods are coming. The floods will happen. It's a matter of the ice caps are melting. We've taken a pause on reporting about it, but the oceans are rising, and there's going to be a lot of Florida and New York missing.
How do you spell plagues?
Plagues. Plagu. It should be coming up now.
Plagues of Egypt?
No.
PLAG.
No, just say end of world prophecies in the Bible.
Plagues. How many? No.
And it's like check. End of the world prophecies. FSC. Oops. Back. Bible.
Hurry up.
I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. This is not the end of the world, say those who study the Christian prophecy. The apocalypse is not here. I don't know. This is too much to read. I just really needed a bullet point sort of thing.
Well, just say what are the plagues at the end of the world?
End time.
What are the plagues? What's the predictions?
Jesus, I can't. This is.
You really know how to bring this to a dead
I'm
halt.
sorry. I'm sorry. Can somebody help us? Locusts, Bible, prophecies. Oh, 10 plagues.
Oh, the 10.
Why coronavirus is only the tip of the iceberg claim of 10 deadly plagues. The end of the world is at hand if bizarre Christian prophecies about the coronavirus and locust swarms are to be believed. Here's some Christian evangelists believe we are living in the end of times. Coronavirus disease has warnings of fiery demise.
Oh, there's a lot of fire going on.
This is really not easy to
All right, well, forget it. Move on.
The plagues are armies of locusts, extreme bizarre weather patterns, unprecedented flooding, major earthquakes, unusual volcanic eruptions, the coronavirus, the African swine fever, the H1N1. What? That's
not them.
Stupid. Forget it, people. If you can tell me what the end of the world shit is. I know locusts and flooding are got to be two of them.
Why?
Because I kind of remember that. Locusts is not something you talk about normally.
But locusts come every certain amount of years.
Yeah, well, this is a particularly bad one in India. They're fighting them with drones.
No.
That's what it's The locusts are coming.
They're probably spraying insecticide.
Then we got weird weather patterns. Then the flooding. Pandemics.
Well, flooding because...
social unrest.
It's because of our sun pump, the flooding.
The fires are, should, they'll be starting up soon, right? When do the fires happen?
What, in L.A.?
Yeah.
They've been happening all week.
No, I mean like the forest fires every year.
Oh. I don't know. All right, I'm tired. I'm getting burnt out from this.
You're getting exhausted. We got to make it funny to the end. Okay, what do you got? I'm going to say my next one is flooding. What do you got?
I was talking to my neighbors last night.
Oh, what he had a Trump supporter hat or something?
No, I think it was Trump Casino. I couldn't see it. He was too tall.
Oh.
And it was up. But you could tell, I mean, they were old, white, 70s, real white, him and his wife. I always
real white. What did you ask to see their?
Well, I always mention I'm a Jew, so I could hear if they're going to say, like.
Why? What did you say?
Well, they said, someone down the block on our block is Russian. I go, yeah, my grandmother was a Russian Jew. Then they go, our neighbors next to us, our other neighbors, he's Palestinian. I go, oh God, I hope we don't fight over the land.
Oh, is that the one with the fence, or the other one?
No, though, with a nice property.
Yeah, we share the big fence with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. That's our Palestinian neighbor.
He's Palestinian, I'm a Jew, so we got to make... I said, I hope I don't fight over which is whose property. And nothing. I got nothing from them. They just stared at me like, what does that mean?
Oh, they don't know the...
Well, I guess they do. They just didn't get... I'm a clever comic, so sometimes people don't get my cleverness.
Lots of people don't understand jokes.
No. And so, I was talking to them about gophers and groundhogs.
Okay, so last night, we go for a walk. Keep in mind, Raina's wearing the weirdest outfit, a very low-cut cardigan with no shirt underneath.
No, she put on her sweatshirt.
No, she was wearing that cardigan and bare feet. She wouldn't put shoes on. And I had pretty dirty sweatshirt on myself. And so we walk up, walking the dog, and this woman's outside, dealing with her flowers. I go, beautiful flower. She goes, hello. I go, beautiful flowers, whatever. And she goes, yeah, trying to cut them back or something, flower talk. And then Rich goes, we got a gopher. And she goes, what? And he goes, we got a gopher. She goes, you mean a groundhog?
Same thing.
But she looked at you like, honestly, like she was looked at you, then looked at me, then looked at you. Like she wanted me to give her a look like, yes, he's autistic.
Yeah, first of all, her husband later showed me how to prevent and get
I know, but it was such a bizarre...
Well, it led to, my next phase of how to get rid of this gopher or groundhog or whatever the fuck is living under our...
So we walk, whatever, quarter of a mile, then come back. And is that...
I don't know.
And then when we come back, the husband's out, and so then you guys started in on your Gopher talk, groundhog talk, whatever. And I didn't want to stand on the street waiting because there was, and so I said, well, I got to get this one into the shower to leave it in rain. And goes, why would you say that?
Why not?
She goes, I can shower on my own. I'm 12. But I just wanted to I couldn't think of an excuse to leave. Well, I got to get this one into the shower. She goes, why didn't you say dinner? Or she kept giving me all the rest of the way home. She kept giving me things I could have said rather than get this one into the shower.
I should call her down to do 2 minutes about that.
Yeah.
Call her, say we're doing the podcast. I just want to ask her about that one thing because I didn't want to have her on. She's too aggravating.
Yeah, we had to give her a talk last week about talking too much. Coming down?
Say we only got a few minutes.
We're doing the podcast.
And we're wrapping it. We got to ask you something.
Come on, we got to ask you something. Oh, you don't have to ask her twice with the podcast. She goes, I go, you coming down? She goes, no. I go, we're doing the podcast. Okay, wait. I said, why don't you do your own podcast? She goes, what am I, 80?
I think he repeated that. The fucking lawyer hasn't called me back.
Okay, so yesterday I was going to start. So we're driving from Home Depot to Lowe's. That's a very exciting day that we have. And you started talking about the lawyer hadn't called you back because you want to find out about this development that's going on. I'm just telling you about the lawyer first. And
he hasn't called me.
So he's saying he hasn't called me. I called him. I go, let it go. Get another lawyer. You were getting crazy. Then you called him while I was in the car, and the secretary, assistant, whatever you call him, answers the phone. She goes, hello. And you go, yeah, is Mr. Blank Blank there? And then she goes, oh, he just stepped out, which you could tell she recognized your voice and didn't want to put him on. And then you're like, well, why isn't he calling me back? I don't understand it. And then whatever, she goes, yeah, I don't know. What is it about the development? And you go, yeah, I mean, I was talking to him and I could hear it in your voice. You started getting anxiety, like amped up, and you go, it's not fair.
It's not
and
fair.
then I gave you a look, and then you go, I mean, it's not fair. And she goes, no, it's not fair.
No, I've used him twice. I've
never heard a grown man yell at the phone. It's not fair. And then I wanted to take the phone and be like, his father abandoned him when he was very young. This is very triggering that the lawyer's not calling him back. It was very, very strange behavior. And why would you want a lawyer who's that? First of all, there's a lot going on. You think you give him the benefit of the doubt. There's a lot going on. There's pandemics and social upheaval. Maybe there's something, going on in his life, where he can't be bothered with you. And then I found out how many times you call him without a call back? 8 times?
What do you mean 8 times?
How many times did you call him without a call back?
For weeks, months, he picks up
8, 9 times?
I don't fucking know.
Insane. Why would you want a lawyer like that?
Because he's already started. He knows the case. I don't want to go. It's like
he's not a good lawyer if he's not calling you back.
It's like a girlfriend. When you get a new girlfriend, you got to go through your life history again and do all that shit.
Well, it's not a good girlfriend. Yes.
What do you mean it's not a good girlfriend?
So then, of course...
Stop doing it. You're wasting the tape.
I'm not wasting it.
So on the walk yesterday, when we went for that walk, how do you remember it?
We walked and we saw our neighbor outside doing her gardening work, and Mom goes, oh, the pretty flowers. And she was like, oh, yeah, they're dying a little, trying to fix them up. And then Dad interrupts and goes, we got a gopher. We got a gopher. She was very confused. She's like, what? Oh, a groundhog. And that's all I remember. That's what happened.
And then when we came back, the man was outside, took Dad to show him how he protected his house against the groundhogs. And what did I say to get out of it?
Yeah, you were like, oh, got to go get the kid in the shower.
Why, Mommy gets you into the shower still and helps you get into the shower? Aren't you old enough to take your own shower? Huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that what you're saying? Wait, you're not. What does Mommy?
What other excuse could I have used?
Gotta go get her home, you could have said. Gotta go get dinner. Gotta, I don't know, literally anything else.
But now she won't talk because last week she talked too much.
We beat her down.
God, I'm scared now to talk. You're already 44 minutes in? You did this whole thing without me?
Well, you're not part of this podcast.
That's so mean.
You're a guest every now and then.
I'm not a guest. This is my podcast.
Oh, what are you, 80? I would never stop saying it.
We have to redo the whole podcast now because you did it without me.
Oh, we needed a break.
Sorry, it's just the rules.
Did Mommy wake you up to get her phone last night?
Yeah, she woke me up at like 2 a.m.
I
Wasn't
needed her to
2
call
a.m.
my phone.
Oh, so when I call, it doesn't ring.
No, because you're not an emergency bypass, and she is.
Why wouldn't I be an
Because
emergency?
you called too many times. You call all the time, and it
No.
would be constantly yes.
You don't answer your phone. You don't have it on ring ever.
No, I don't have it on ring because
That's
I
pretty
don't.
stupid. What if you get an important call?
Oh well, I mean, I'm on my phone all the time. I see it within minutes.
No,
usually.
You could call me, then hang up, and I call you right back, and you don't answer. Tell me how that happens.
She didn't like you, probably. Probably chose to not answer.
What's that?
She probably just chose to not answer. Really? On the podcast?
No, I don't ever choose to not answer, but there's lots of times I call you where you don't pick up.
No, but if I
I text
call
you.
if
I text
call
you lots of times. I text you and you don't even. You'll come
No.
home and be like, I didn't even see the text.
No, if I call you,
Yeah, I text you to go get something from the grocery store and then you come back without it and you're like, oh, I didn't see the text. You
When-
saw the text.
no, I didn't. I always get you what you want. I'm gonna get you a comb so you learn how to part your hair so it doesn't look like a road going zigzag.
Okay, that's the. I think we're done here.
What?
Seems good. I don't know.
Don't roads usually go straight? It's not a great analogy.
Yeah, because your hair's not straight; it's zigzagging.
Yeah, you said it's zigzagging like a road.
No, look. Oh, did I? What did I say? I don't remember what I said.
Well, neither do we, but that's a sign of Corona.
Stop saying that. No one thinks that's funny. No one likes that joke.
If you don't like my jokes, that's a sign of COVID.
Ooh, Raina, why are you so beaten down? Are you
Because
tired?
Because of you. You beat me down whenever I talk.
I don't. I'm the one who sticks up for you and says how smart and funny and how much I love you. And it's Mommy that berates you all the time. Who beats you? Who's more negative? I'm more positive, towards yes. Whenever you draw
Let the record
something-
show Ren is shaking her head. No.
Oh yeah, whenever you draw something, I say how nice it is. Or
What really? And then
What?
what do I do? No, not good
Oh,
enough.
hold on.
Uh-oh.
No, I'll say how nice her painting is, and
Look at this though.
yeah.
He finally fixed it.
Oh.
Not tape. We're not recording over anything.
I wish I could record over you.
Oh,
You probably will next week.
Whoa, look at that. See that? Oh.
Put the microphone more in your mouth so they can hear you laughing.
I do. I praise you more than her every day.
No, you call me stupid.
I don't call you stupid, dummy. I never call you stupid. I mean, I do as a joke. I think you're brilliant. Wait, are you going to be damaged when you get older thinking?
You're the dad, yeah.
I don't call her, she knows I'm not serious. I say how smart she is
You
all the time.
lose your mind on stupid shit.
Yeah,
all the
well,
time.
yeah,
you go
because-
crazy on
Not
shit.
crazy, but you're both airheady.
We
Last,
were
I know, but
for chewing on a rubber band.
yeah, and you swallowed it. I said, don't chew on rubber
You're like
bands.
God damn, why I told you?
No,
Oh my God.
no, because
Even when we were just playing cards, you were getting mad because you weren't getting the card you wanted or something.
that has nothing to do with you. It's not your fault.
Yeah, but like,
You're just so aggressive.
That's how you got to be in life. You got to be aggressive to get what you want.
aggressive.
But you can't always
aggressive. Be aggressive.
You can't always get what you want, but you get what you need.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, guys.
No, wait, hold on. I don't want you to. Do you know I love you? Do you think I love you?
We got a gopher.
You don't think I love you?
We got a gopher.
Doesn't Raina kind of look like a gopher? Look at her. You do
I
have.
swear they thought you were like Forrest Gump when you said that. You're like, we got a gopher.
Autism or something.
Yeah, she was like, she looked at me like, should I be speaking to him a certain way? It's like, yeah.
All right. You know I love you, right? You don't think so? Did I make you soup last night?
So reluctantly. And then you stole it from me.
I know you're like a drug addict with
I
food.
said that last night.
I know, but I'm re-saying it for the person.
What's his name? Jamie? Is that what I call him?
Our, Jerome.
How come I found a
Jerome?
guitar pick on the back deck? No one has guitar picks in this house. Yeah, who's coming over that plays guitar?
Somebody's been what do you
Ken
call
doesn't
it?
play guitar.
Yes, he does. He always plays little serenades for mom.
Yeah, serenades me.
Why was there a guitar pick? Just answer that.
I have no idea.
The wind blew it from where? Down the block?
Maybe.
Raina and her friend were outside playing.
Raina doesn't have guitar picks.
First of all, I'm not gonna do this for you.
Yeah.
It's
guitar pick.
it's a
Who
fucking
cares?
random piece of shit that ended up in our yard. Like,
No, it's on the-
Outside. Who put the stick?
No, it was on the
here?
back porch.
Oh, wow.
who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Like, you really, after 15 years, still like
No, I'm
doing
just
this?
saying
We're like,
who came over with it.
there's a man who plays guitar, and I'll find him. I gotta find him.
I got Gopher.
There's a gopher has been fucking playing. I hope you look outside and see the gopher playing guitar with him, and he uses a pick. He's like, "Hey, do you guys find my pick? We got a gopher."
You said
He's-
Raina has a bunch of guitar picks.
Yes, she played
Ukulele.
ukulele.
Not with a pick, with her fingers. Right?
I'm not going to answer that.
You're not going to answer. First of all, 1 week you're on speed, the next week you're on downers.
Because you yelled at me last week.
Did I yell at your mommy? And I said you were great. Who
And did I
sorta-
yell or did I speak sternly?
But who was nicer to you after it? Came upstairs and said, "Oh, you were great."
All I said was, "You're
Okay.
very, very funny, but sometimes you can't speak all the time."
But who was on your side
Don't
last
be-
week? You don't remember that, do
No.
you?
Don't.
You got holes in your pants.
All right, let's.
Who keeps putting?
Can I go?
Well, yeah. Listen.
Who keeps putting what?
That little piece of luggage in my room.
Gopher.
You do.
No.
Cheer up. It's going to get better. You're going to be able to leave. See? All right. Well, listen. You guys were great.
Oh, thank you.
It was a lot of.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Raina. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you as our guest. Come down and enjoy your day. Did you do your homework?
Yeah.
All right. Go upstairs and play. Goodbye. Are you going to go play?
She really hates him, it's really true. Why did she marry this jackass Jew? Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.